Welcome back to Cyan Niijima with 2 eyes. I only just noticed that the name Niijima is spelled with 2 eyes. It's kind of hard to tell in the English dub's pronunciation. Palace, and we're going to be heading straight into the Velvet Room. I already saved before, so I don't really feel the need to save again, because I am going to get a few fusions done, as well as get pretty close to maxing out strength. I might end up maxing out strength in this palace visit. To get bugs with Summer Calm, I need Hariti, and it turns out that
it is neither remarkable nor unremarkable.
She just gets Summer Calm as a regular level up skill, so now that I have Empress rank 1, I can just get that. Now, I am fusing 2 pretty strong personas into her. However, Bugs is a very, very good persona in my opinion, so I'm okay with sacrificing these 2 if it means getting a very good Bugs. Okay, I'm probably going to go with Bugs' own trait, so I don't really care what I pass down for trait here. But as for this, oh, I can just pass down some Calm anyway, but that's a bit of a waste.
Now, let us
I think I'll take both the null skills, because I can get some of those other abilities on different personas, whereas, yeah, the null skills are a little harder to come by. And yes, Hariti is that ogress who used to eat babies, but now eats pomegranates. I think it's pomegranates. No, I will absolutely not take that skill change. But I will take Summer Calm, which I'll probably get over... Oh yeah, you're basically like the ultimate status curer, but I'd rather cure brainwash than physical ailments. Nocturnal Flash can be decent. Yeah, I've heard that this is actually quite a decent persona to use against Okumura. But yeah, before I fuse Bugs, I'm gonna have to reset the guillotine by doing a different type of fusion.
Is this the
Sorry, Osei.
Your new form?
You did.
Okay, I really, really hope that having Hariti as an unstable persona isn't gonna ruin this. Oh, that does still lead to an accident. Well, I saved, so gonna have to fuse Bugs in a different alarm then.
It is neither remarkable nor unremarkable.
So I could turn Valkyrie into Byakko, who has a very similar stat build, so it would probably be a straight upgrade in the long run.
This could bestow an extraordinary... I see.
Now, I will need all 4 of the celestial animals eventually. I know I have Genbu, I think I have Suzaku? No, I need those 2. Not so much Concentrate, I just like to have both Charge and Concentrate on something. Ice Boost. I mean, it might be an option. Definitely don't want Ice Break. Evade Fire. I'd rather use an accessory for that. Null Rage. Don't think I really want that either. Mabufala could prove useful in some situations.
Alright, let's hang 'em!
I can't make anything good out of Orlov right now, so I may as well sacrifice it so I can get
Your
Revolution on
powers become
Kumhanda.
one.
Maega's actually pretty decent for this palace. I feel like I don't really use Bloodbath a whole lot, so now I've got rid of Fear Boost, I can get rid of that. And I suppose I can go for Yolunga out of Belphegor and Power. Both personas I'm not hugely attached to.
You okay with this?
I wonder if internal hypnosis affects Revolution. I guess there's only one way to find out.
This could bestow...
I may as well have
both of
Endure
you
on
to
something.
work.
It can be useful insurance. I mostly like Yolunga because it comes from, indigenous Australian mythology. Oh, again, you're not giving me good skills to change here. I really want to keep both of those. Brain Jack is kind of nice to have too, especially since we're getting into the point where, well, let's just say soon we'll have access to a very strong, Psy technical persona. Huh, you turn into a +7 magic gun from Makoto, which is pretty solid given that I am not going to be getting her +10 all stats gun for a while. Yeah, I was wondering what this name was referencing, and it took me a while to find Google search results beyond just Persona 5, but it does seem to refer to a watering hole where the Rainbow Serpent lived in its original myth. So because I got this out of the compendium, this could be an accident, but I wanted to try and get at least some, like, decent weapon before the end of this alarm, and Nekomata turns into a pretty solid grenade launcher for Haru that has a medium chance of confusion. I kind of prefer poor Zuka to poor Omba, but okay then. Now this could still accident, since the accident chance in alarms is pretty high. Yeah, here we go, if you pulled something out of the compendium. Oh, just incense. Still haven't got the conceal belt, but oh well. So next time there's an alarm, I'm going to fuse bugs and then do rank 9 of strength. In fact, by that point, I might even be level 49, and then I won't even need to pay for special treatment for that one. So okay, I want to bring Morgana back in the party, and if I keep Arn, we're going to be getting their showtime all the time instead of the Yusuke one. I kind of want to bring Haru back, actually, and I'll keep Akechi for now, because, yeah, he's the new party member. I want to show him off as much as possible. So, yeah, this is going to be the main area to zip back to, so that we can head up the elevator.
Here. What do you want to do now?
What I want to do now is, well, go up the elevator. There's some enemies here still, but let's head up to the standard floor. Yeah, we're still a pretty low-ranking gambler. We're not raking in huge amounts of money for the casino just yet, and therefore they're not as inclined to give us compensations and good, you know, free hotel stays, free food and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll do everything to keep their, rich members gambling and losing money. Okay, so it looks like Saya's mental security is a lot better than most of the, yeah, palaces we've infiltrated. We've got to work our way up. And how do you work your way up in a place like this? Well, by winning, because that's pretty much what Saya's brain is obsessed with right now. Yep, it's a casino, alright. Oh, hi there.
Sis!
You want to just get this over with right now, huh? That makes this easy. Bring it on.
Do not speak to me as though you are my equal.
Some people have noted that the eyeshadow around Saya's eyes is kind of similar to Joker's mask, which might represent her obsession with finding the Phantom Thieves right now.
I am the manager of this casino, as well as its #1 player.
Because of course you are. This whole place is definitely not rigged in your favor or anything.
At the moment, you lack the qualifications to fight me.
It would seem she looks down on us.
Yeah, you think?
And what if we would like to battle you no matter what?
I had to win time and time again in order to reach my #1 rank. If you want to face me, you must continue to win as well.
Continue to win?
It must have to do with the fact that this place is a casino.
Correct. Do you have the confidence to win?
We might just pull the rug out from underneath you if you aren't careful.
Wow, surprisingly sassy towards your own sister.
I don't expect much from you, but I'll be waiting.
This is different from our prior opponents. She'd rather scheme than defeat us with brute force. It's going up.
Yeah, I'd imagine that most of the other palace rulers would have just sicked those bodyguards on us right there.
I wasn't expecting to come all the way to a palace only to end up gambling.
I've never done anything like this.
Dynamic temptation. Innocent. Yes, they're gambling with the lives of defendants right now.
What about you guys?
Looks like this is going to take longer than expected.
We don't got time to waste. No need to worry. Leave this to me.
You know how to do this?
I'm well informed on what it takes to win.
Yes, as you tried to demonstrate during our duel, and then in the canon timeline failed miserably.
In any case, we need to hurry and change her heart. If she acts recklessly, both her chances of promotion and reputation as a prosecutor will drop greatly.
Not to mention we'll all be caught.
Sai-san didn't used to be like this, did she?
My sister must have lost her sense of justice because her desires became distorted.
Do you think there was a particular event that triggered her palace's creation?
I believe it's related to my father's death. My sister took on all the responsibilities of dealing with it herself. Trying to earn a living wage, gain a promotion in a male society, and uphold justice at the same time.
This is particularly important, especially in a lot of respected professions like the legal profession. Japan is very male-dominated, and the fact that Saya is a single woman supporting a family with no male breadwinner, that's significant, and probably why she's felt she's needed to go so far just to get promoted and make more money.
Those things may have weighed her down, and led to the distortion within her heart.
My apologies, but we don't have time to be sentimental. The longer we wait, the more people will learn about us. The investigation will advance as well. Hence, we must infiltrate this palace as quickly as possible.
She did challenge us to reach her after all. Niijima's treasure must be at her managerial base of operations. Either way, we have to get there.
So this palace is a little different than most from this point. It's kind of half a palace and half a mini-game zone, or even kind of a town. There are NPCs to interact with in this place. It's pretty unique, and a lot of people do really like this one.
Yep.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't know why they didn't localize this as High Roller Floor. I feel like High Roller makes more sense as far as casino terminology. And yep, there's a non-voice for real.
Focus.
So, you might want to use Third Eye around the slot machines, because I did not actually know this until I was doing my test run for this game, but some of the slot machines are actually playable. Now, you're definitely not going to earn what you need to earn just by playing slot machines, though. But they're just a little fun thing you can do. There's also a safe room right here. Not really sure this is like super necessary, but it does mean you can zip to this floor whenever you want without having to take the elevator. Of course, Makoto's got new dialogue here. So, speaking of Makoto, some people do feel it's a little bit annoying that Makoto gets 2 focus arcs, whereas some of the other Phantom Thieves, like Haru and Yusuke, kind of lack focus. Here's my personal take, though. As I said all the way back during Kanashiro's Palace, I don't consider the 3rd arc to be about Makoto really at all. It's more about proving to society that the Phantom Thieves are just. It's kind of more of a bridging arc to get the Phantom Thieves more popular.
Let's go.
And while Makoto does join in that arc, I don't think the arc itself is very much about her. To me, this is Makoto's actual arc. If you look really closely, there's like something card, green card, mountain card. Aha! A small welcome gift of gambling chips so that we end up using them all, get hooked, and pay for more. And that's how they get you. So we have the dice area and the slots. Both of them seem very, very annoyingly luck-based, and they say here, beginners will like the dice game more. That's a bit of a blatant hint, The thing is, you can technically do these in either order, but you probably won't be able to finish the slots area until you've completed the dice area, so it's very much recommended that you do the dice first. I tried to be clever and do them out of order in my test run, and then I ran into the end of the slots, and I was like, oh, okay then. So, this is interesting. Besides the members card, there are actually some other prizes that you can win here. And this being a palace, which are one-time dungeons, you will want to buy all the prizes before you finish this place by setting the calling card. Don't worry though, you will be able to get enough chips to afford everything. Or casino coins, as they call them here. This whole thing, like, and it might remind you of the game corner in Pokemon, most gambling facilities in Japanese video games work like this, and it's because of pachinko, I think. I explained earlier that legal loophole that lets pachinko be considered technically not gambling. Also, I love this line from Ryuji, owing cash to a weird-ass casino in someone's head is way too weird. Yeah, that would just be kind of bizarre, especially since the real-world selves aren't aware of their cognitive selves, so like, how the heck would that even work? But yeah, Akechi's kind of genre savvy at this point. This statistic is quite well known, but it's also a little misleading because generally prosecutors won't bring a case to trial in the first place if they're not confident of winning, so it's a little bit skewed. This is only of the cases that actually go to trial. It doesn't count the ones that are settled out of court.
What?
But yes, if you've played Ace Attorney, you will know about this kind of thing.
Yes.
And the sheer amount of you know, witness intimidation, you know, interrogation, brutality, very inhumane prison conditions as well. They can detain people for, like, a very long time without official charges, and then they'll just deprive them of sleep and then get interrogators to just question them 24 hours. Manfred von Karma and Ace Attorney is a very, very big social commentary on that. And this palace is too. So a lot of the social commentary in this palace resonates with me a bit because I'm a huge fan of Ace Attorney. And like, it's kind of partly what gets lost in translation by Ace Attorney's like Americanized localization. I get that it seemed like a good idea at the time. Also, sometimes you can take some of these and you'll get some casino coins out of them.
Indeed.
And yeah, you can actually skip this, but here's the rules. Enjoy this simple game in which you guess the total number that will appear on 3 cast dice. Correct prediction will double your bet, while 3 matching dice will triple it. Matching 3 sixes will quintuple your original bet. And buy-in is 25 coins. But yeah, Ace Attorney is very much a satire of the Japanese legal system, which this dungeon is too. In this case, the satire is that Sae perceives the whole legal system as just a rigged casino where the house always wins, and that the fate of defendants is purely based on luck. And corrupt judges and prosecutors. From what I've heard, like, Japan doesn't quite have that stigma towards defense lawyers that America does. In America, defense lawyers are often the butt of jokes, whereas in Japan, it's usually prosecutors and judges, from what I've heard, who get that. There's a little area there, but before we do that, let's head inside one of these rooms.
I can see it.
Do kind of like these light up dice here. But yeah, prosecutors and judges are generally considered the more corrupt figures in Japan, and defense attorneys are typically considered underdogs who are fighting against a corrupt system. That's why Phoenix is such a is portrayed that way in those games. But enough about Ace Attorney. Let's say, okay, so thankfully you don't have to guess one individual number, but let's go for between 3 and 10. If this was 2 dice, I know that 7 is statistically the most common number to roll on 2 dice, but even then, it's more common that you'll get another number. The house wins, huh? This is probably your favorite phrase there. But no, I can keep gambling. Gambler's fallacy. Let's try the other option. Yeah, with 3 dice, I'm not sure what's statistically the best bet. I'm gonna do it one more time, but just to prove a point, but you probably get the idea of what's going on here. No matter what you pick, it will always be the opposite one. And unfortunately, we can't just beat up the dealer and take the entire pot, because they want to do things a little more civilly here. And we have a lot of these dice parlors, but they're all pretty much exactly the same.
I can feel it.
There's not really much point in us continuing with this. There's even more dice parlors around here. I can get a little bit of a kind of a net profit on our earlier gambles. Looks like some people won, but probably this casino only lets people win just to get them hooked and make them keep gambling. And this way is closed. So, let's head back to that little crawl space and see if we can't do something about this area, because it looks like there's some parts of it on our map that we can't quite get to.
How suspicious.
Not sure why they left that open, though. Especially since it leads all the way into this back room. As Futaba says, super convenient. We probably would have pulled that grate off its hinges, though, if it was closed anyway. So, yeah, with this casino, we've got to basically catch them in the act of cheating. And we've got quite a large staff-only area here. And that's just the dice room, not even the slot room. And this place is patrolled by some security shadows. So we'll be doing a little bit of fighting here.
I can see it.
In fact, I do believe this isn't quite it, but I believe that the red shadow of this palace is going to start showing up here, and it's quite an interesting one. Oh, hi there, Ganesha. Yeah, I had a feeling this is why I wanted to bring Haru.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
I can actually try and recruit you now that I'm at rank 10 of Star.
Whatever.
It's Happy. If you tell a joke, they might play along.
Okay, likes joking answers. Cosplaying. I'm actually very busy. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. Wait a minute. Let me just look up. I'm pretty sure Ganesha is married in mythology. Oh, in some parts of India, he's depicted as celibate, but in others, he's married to both intelligence and success, and others give him a third wife, Prosperity. Maybe he's referring to the third one here. You want to get married someday? I do, I don't, that's impossible. Which of these is like the joking answer? You know what, I'm gonna try Warning Shot. There we go! Instant recruitment! I feel like maybe I should use that more often if I'm having trouble with negotiation, though I feel like I haven't really got those abilities triggering where characters like intervene in a negotiation very much.
Okay.
Even though I feel like Ganesha would count as a godlike shadow for the purpose of Akechi's talking ability.
It's somewhere.
I'm still not entirely sure like what counts as martial arts shadow. Does anyone out there have a full list of those? I just went backwards, because I saw the yellow door on the map and I thought, oh, hey, that must be the door I used to get in here, but no, we got in here through another way. So we can go through that door, or we can climb up here instead. There's a few different ways that we can go.
See it.
Give into another vice, see where my lead is what the lyrics are saying right now.
Show me your true form.
Okay, you something we've seen before, or are you new? You're kinda new. Null Fire revealed. But we already knew you were weak to win, so yeah, let's just do this. I can fuse Queen Mab, though. I'm a little low on money. Oh, that was good. I'm gonna continue this.
Not bad.
Of course, though, you know what they say about casinos, though? Don't push your luck and learn to quit while you're ahead. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead, and deprive these things of their pets.
This look easy.
I will contribute even more.
Okay, yeah, we have this awkward thing of him having Korga on and Korga on the same moveset. It'll be a little bit before I can start overriding skills with him.
I have something.
Yeah, and that just leads right back to the beginning, so these areas do loop around on themselves quite a bit. Like, they're kind of decently designed exploration-wise, but at the same time, they do look a little bland compared to the rest of the palace, and that's just one reason why, okay, I didn't want to have to talk about this early. Let's go ahead and equip that on you, so now I want to know what it actually does. But, oh, actually, okay then, it doesn't really have a secondary effect. But it's at least kind of stronger than what she had before. So yeah, this palace is a fan favorite of a lot of people, and this is where I'm gonna have to give one of my hot takes, and I'm really so sorry about this, but I have to just, I can't, like, hold it in, I have to just say how I feel. Remember when I said in Futaba's palace that it and one other are my bottom two palaces, and many people would be surprised to hear what was my other bottom two? This is also in my bottom two of palaces. Oh hey, you're actually coming up the stairs, didn't expect that. Yon's Mai. It's supposed to be everyone's enemy, but it got cut off by there. But the thing is that I will stress that I love this arc itself. I actually really like the arc. Unlike Futaba's, I do think the story is very fitting of Persona 5. I just got a flow, didn't I? Oh, and I'm gonna crit at the same time, so rip all of you. Well, actually, not rip you, because that missed. But the palace itself, I'm just not a huge fan of it. And the main reason why is that despite the kind of flashy casino aesthetic, you end up spending most of this palace in sort of bland-looking backstage hallways. The majority of the explorable portion of this palace takes place here, rather than the actually interesting-looking parts. Like, to use the example of, like, Mugshot's Casino from Sly 1. Oh, hey, it looks like Morgana's decals actually carry over to this, which is cool. And that's why I didn't skip this, because, yeah, you don't get to see that in the boss version. Oh, wow, everyone here is loaded. Makes sense for a casino, though. Not gonna push my luck there, though. I got called Mr. Hero, too.
Let's keep up this pace.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, to stop my other tangent, the name of Haru and Morgana's showtime in English is Drive Hard, I believe, which is a reference to Die Hard. And in Japanese, it's Best Night Kid, which is apparently a reference to the Japanese title of Karate Kid, which is interesting because a different showtime is a Karate Kid reference in the English version. Okay, you're new, but I already know your Kushinada because I fused you before. Weak to ice and nuclear.
Next up.
You know, I'm really sorry, Morgana, but I kind of feel like I want to bring Arn back in because I need to hit these Valkyrie's weaknesses. I have Nuke on Joker, but I don't have Fire on Joker. In fact, I specifically didn't put Fire on Joker because I have Arn.
Okay.
They were no match for us.
Okay, we got a grapple point. There we go. You kind of have to position the camera just right to see those. That zips us all the way up here because there's a gap in the fence. Though sometimes, like, that's just the thing with an elaborate dungeon like this, is that oftentimes I don't like missing areas. Hi there, I will definitely take an extra one of you.
Is that a rare one?
Especially since Akechi's going first.
Robin Hood!
Okay.
Aha, yeah, there's one of those. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I look through here and don't miss anything.
Be careful.
In fact, the enemy here is actually weaker. Normally the grappling hook is meant to skip you past stronger enemies. Yeah, I told you this would be useful in here.
Joker took one out! Stand still!
Let's go.
I'm getting this way more often than I usually do.
You're already dead!
I feel like a lot of people misuse that quote these days.
Good battle.
Like, it refers to a sort of a delayed technique where the effects of it are, like, felt after the actual punches are landed, and the victim suffers, like, massive internal rupturing in a few seconds. Hence the "you are already dead."
I'll reveal your true form.
Behold!
Of course, it missed the one that I wanted to target.
All yours!
I forgot that Arns worked on Disaster Shadows. You know, if I have one complaint about this game's UI, I kind of wish there was a separate menu for attack items. Because I don't like having to scroll through my entire set of healing items before I can even get to my attack items.
Beat him up! Ooh, free stuff.
That Ganesh is like, oh no! Oh, actually, wow, it survived.
How's this? You gotta hit them!
I was about to say not anymore, but,
You don't have any skills that'll hit its weak spot. Persona!
there we go.
You got them all! Yes! Victory! Okay, let's move on.
Okay, I need to be level 49 to fuse bugs without special treatment. Oh yes! I have waited long for this. It's pretty much the same as Rising Slash, but like the damage output on this with Baton Pass is hilarious.
A good battle.
Yes.
And yep, let's go ahead and hit this save room. Yeah, I think I'll save this alarm for when I get one more level.
Well,
What are you guys saying about our progress here? Same conversation, I think. You know, this room with like a ring around a square reminds me of one of the rooms of Silphco in Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Silphco had a room like this, and I think the reason I remember it is I think it's where the Earthquake TM is. And generally you don't forget the place where the Earthquake TM is. Yeah, now this is making me want to go back to that area I got to with the grappling hook.
A shadow.
Oh no! There's a powerful
Yeah,
looking
this is gonna
shield.
dead end in a bit, but okay. We've got this thing. I know what this thing is, and you really want to use ailments on it. So in that case, I think I'm actually gonna remove Akechi. And I'll put Morgana here.
Show me your true form.
we've got the advantage. Don't rush this.
So, Sleuthing Instinct immediately revealed an immunity instead of a weakness. That's because this thing has no
The
weaknesses.
curse. I had hoped we could end this quickly.
So we need to use an emotional weakness instead. But it has Mabufudine and Freeze Boost, Maegaon, Fear Boost, Evil Smile. I don't know why it has Deadly Fury. Enemies can't Baton Pass. But yeah, this thing's pretty dangerous. So I would definitely recommend having some... Suppose I can lower its accuracy too. Having some like buffs, debuffs, but especially ailments. Ailments, very, very useful here.
Look, there's an enemy that's confused. Give it some psychokinesis. Ooh,
Okay, thankfully you're at least vulnerable to psychokinesis. The worst things are red shadows that are immune to psychokinesis and have no weaknesses, and are also immune to gun. Yeah, I may be hinting at something there, but I might outright need this. I'm just going to go for this right now. And then Arn is going to sleepify it. This is why I generally prefer Dormina over Lullaby,
super move. Ultra.
because it means it's more likely that to hit single enemies, especially dangerous red shadows like this. However, I can't get another technical, not like one more, because it's already knocked down, which is a problem. But since I'm charged, I can go for... I think this will do more than Swift Strike because of the Swift Strike nerf. Oh wow, nice. Very nice. You're going next, but it shouldn't matter unless... I know Miracle Punch is going to work, because I know that it's vulnerable to physical. And, yeah.
Just like I thought.
Whereas, I was a little suspicious that it might be immune to wind.
Check out this new skill.
Oh boy, yeah, Deathbound. I'm not a massive fan of Deathbound on Ryuji, as I've said earlier in the playthrough. Now I can replace one weaker version with a stronger version. A couple more levels until Attack Master, which I suppose is decent to have. And on that note, Akechi's getting back in the party. Morgana will have his time in the sun eventually. Yeah, so it turns out I probably should have taken this path first because it led to a chest and not much else because there's a whole bunch of... Like, you'd think we'd be able to jump over this, but oh well, I'll see you back at the, back on the other side of that junk. Mega Dollar after a baton pass, maybe? Okay, that did one-shot that thing, but it did less damage than I thought it would. Yeah, without Almighty Boost and Amp, which are, like, online exclusive, Almighty attacks actually aren't super amazing in Persona 5.
Okay.
They're kind of solid when you first get them, but they do fall off pretty quickly in the late game. So here, we can try and skip past that enemy via a few means, such as grappling up here, which is going to put us right in front of yet another Skadi.
There's an enemy. Be careful.
Oh, a shadow.
So in that case, Ketch is being very nonchalant about all this. But we've got a little... What is Akechi doing right now? But yeah, he's just reminding me of those, a hunter guys from SMT4. Losing is not an option, and victory addiction. Yeah, I'm not sure if we've seen those ones before. Let me see if I can slip past you.
I see a shadow.
Yes, we just barely did. So this leads us out here, and that's going to get us to a mini-boss. So I'm going to explore that other path with the Skadi on it, just because...
Show me your true form.
A beautiful rose has thorns.
Okay, fitting that I'll leveled up out of that. Once again, I think I'm going to go with... Yeah, I'd rather use mental ailments on Skadi than physical ailments, because mental ailments are just more reliable in P5. Even with Shock Boost and Makoto, it's not guaranteed we'll be getting shock on things like this. So let's... I don't have Ultra Charge this time, so I'm going to actually just preemptively charge myself. Morgana and Haru actually make a pretty good team thanks to this combo.
Give it some psychokinesis. Stand still.
Or kneel still. Yeah, I don't want to, like, I was going to talk a bit more about why, like, this palace isn't, like, exactly my favorite out of all of them. Like, again, I will stress that I do still really like the arc itself. It's one of my favorite arcs in the game. But just gameplay-wise, the palace I just find a little bit not hugely interesting. Mainly because, like again, the main, like, really open, explorable areas of this palace are just these sort of kind of bland, dark, bluey gray backstage areas, rather than being, like,
How's this?
more colorful, so it just doesn't really feel hugely memorable to me.
Take this.
And also the fact that a lot of it is, a lot of the time is taken up by sort of mini-games and things like that. Like, I guess that is kind of fun. I'm so glad that last hit finished it. I was really afraid for a second that it was going to barely survive and then destroy me. Oh, and there we go. Perfect level for the end of this. I'll be able to start the next part by fusing bugs, which is what I was planning to start this part with, but oh well.
It's a new skill.
And yeah, this is what I said, I was going to get rid of Defense Master for that.
This will help me do better.
And I'm gonna get rid of that, because I've said before that I really don't like climate decorum. It's just only useful if you go to mementos and have weather active, and it's completely pointless otherwise. It's just, like I guess it's just one of those skills that I feel is way too situational to like actually be useful. And Haru doesn't get like personas that you fuse, you can get that trait that always counts as if weather's active even when it's not. Another Skadi, really? Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with that one. And, yeah, that drops us all the way down here. And so, swapping again Morgana, I'm sorry. Actually, you know, I could put Morgana in and swap out Arm for this. Because Haru and Akechi is a very good team for this boss. The cheating control room.
Understood.
I'll reveal your true form.
So, who is the face of the cheater? It is this thing we're not actually supposed to have access to for quite a while, but once again we got bullet hail on it. Wandering Reviver.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
You'll know this is Neburos if you've played other Persona or Shin Megami Tensei games, but it's weak to both Bless and Sai, meaning that, yeah, like I said, Akechi and Futaba both, Akechi and Haru do pretty well in this fight. Oh, I still have the Mataru Kadra accessory on Morgana, which I actually quite like, honestly. Though it is obtained from a challenge battle, a non-DLC challenge battle, so I'm okay with using it. I don't think I've actually shown Korga on before. Yeah, Korga on, I love how it makes those birds appear. I wonder if this will just straight up finish you. No, not quite. I was hoping to get Akechi's finisher there, because we actually haven't seen it for a while.
Nice, Joker. Just at the last second.
Okay, thank you so much, Shin Megami Tensei Wiki, for being wrong and saying this thing's weak to Sai when it actually resists it. But yeah, being weak to Bless, it's still gonna go down fairly easily. I think a playing card just kind of flew into the screen here. Speaking of which, you'll only really notice this if you do a freeze frame, but the money that flies out on the results screen, I only just noticed this recently, it's got Morgana faces on it.
That looks useful. Well done.
I don't really have Nocturnal Flash on many things, and Dizzy triggers technical for everything, so I may as well take that on something.
Tool for our mission.
I have Freydine on other things. I already have Abysmal Surge on Kumhanda.
Behold, the new me.
Oh, there we go! Sub-Recover SP restores 1% SP to backup members after battle. That is a... It's only 1%, but that does really add up over time. And this one isn't actually voiced.
I have a suggestion.
What do you want to talk about?
And now it's voiced.
I've devised an easier way of doing this. A way to get all the coins we need.
All of them in here?
Is that even possible?
It is now. I've deduced how to win the games. How about something like this?
And suddenly not voiced anymore. So yeah, let's not stop the rigging, let's Uno reverse it. Well, I mean, they're also cheating. And yeah, we don't have time to waste when it comes to the deadline, so yeah, this is yet another aspect of this satire of both casinos and the Japanese legal system, in that the only way to win is to cheat back. But yeah, rigged only one of the rooms in our favor.
Let us leave it at that then.
Now, the weird thing is that I could have sworn that the first time I played Vanilla Persona 5, I actually got a streak of triple sixes in a room that wasn't rigged, and I actually recorded footage of it, but I think I've long since deleted that footage, and now it was probably just a Mandela effect, and I was probably using the rigged room, so, like, yeah, I'm not really sure, like, yeah, it was, again, probably just a Mandela effect. But yeah, so let's see what happens if we play the non-rigged room. We actually can win now. But it's way more efficient if we use our own special room. Hello there, Mr. Dealer. You're gonna lose your job in a moment. Matching sixes is a supreme victory. Because of this, as they say here, regardless of what your initial bet was, it'll be quintuple. And they're running a special promotion where everything is quintupled.
Joker.
So it doesn't actually matter what you choose here, because thanks to the magic of Futaba, we're always gonna roll triple sixes.
Yes.
She gave them loaded dice! I love that moment in Road to El Dorado. Yeah, I'll say it's gonna be low this time. Yeah, it's gonna be low. Oh man, how did that happen? Twice in a row? Nah, it can't be low 2 times in a row. Let's try this again. Oh no, I got triple sixes 3 times. It's a miracle. This guy is like immediately realizing, yeah, Saya's gonna murder me now.
For real?
So I believe after you've done that, oh yeah, you can't even use this room anymore. So you can still play the other rooms if you want, but right now we don't need to. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna have to be a completionist and register this locked door on the map. Yeah, right now we have everything we need from the dice game. Because we need 50,000 to get the next member card. Because you're Ryuji. And yes, he's implicitly playing into the whole butt monkey thing by effectively accusing Ryuji of being dumb by elimination.
He was right.
That was amazing! It was like magic!
I could totally get addicted to this.
And that's exactly what they want you to think.
Where are Crow and Skull?
Sorry about the wait.
Whoa.
So heavy.
This is amazing!
Okay, yeah, that gets us that much. I think that bit at the end is there just in case you lose a lot initially or on the non-rigged machines, so that you'll always have enough to proceed with the story regardless of, like, after you've, completed that area of the dungeon. And so... I'll be leaving things here for now, and I'll see you next time for Fusing Bugs with Summer Rakam, and then the slot machines.